Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Akil, and welcome to the final season of One Piece for now. And I'm saying for now because this is the last season that's on Netflix currently at the moment. This is season 4, of course. I've already previously talked about the first 3 seasons of this show. Sorry, this is a little late. I actually finished this show like on Monday, so unfortunately, I haven't kept to the end of my word and was releasing it as soon as I finished it. But it's still within the week, so it's okay. It's not that bad. But I'm still giving you guys the review because I'm sure some of you guys are interested to hear my thoughts on season 4. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. The story of this season is pretty much the culmination of everything that's happened in this saga so far. Season 1 was an entire saga. It was the East Blue saga. Season 2, 3, and this season, season 4, all takes place within the Arabasta saga. And for what it's worth, this season is like amazing. This season is hands down the best season of One Piece up until this point that I've seen so far. And it's weird because I looked into season 5 without getting spoiled too much. It's basically mostly all filler and it's its own original season. Like it has nothing to do with the manga. And for some reason they stretched it out. I don't know why, but if I were you, I would skip season 5 because it really has nothing to do with the manga at all. So I looked into it, I actually checked without spoiling anything, like I said. But season 5, I will still watch because I like to watch, everything when it comes to TV show. I don't like to skip episodes and all that type of stuff. But I will be watching season 5 when it gets added to Netflix, don't worry. And I also found out that season 5 is the shorter season with 13 episodes. So shouldn't be that hard to finish, that long to finish. But anyway, I'm just gonna talk about season 4 now without spoiling too much. They arrive at Arabasta, and the first 17 episodes, I believe, is all to do with them arriving there. They meet Crocodile, who's the big boss of the whole, Baroque Works operation, the boss of Mr. 5, Mr. 3, Mr. 2, so on, so on. And then the latter half of the season, the last 22 episodes or something, that 20 plus episodes, and it really is a lot of episodes. This season is the second longest with 38, I believe 39 episodes, roughly around there, and all that. But really, the last half is like a war movie. It felt like I was watching a war movie, and it's crazy. Like, you could binge watch the whole saga in like 2 days, and you'll feel like, wow, this is really cool, this is really epic, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're going into it. A lot of crazy stuff happens. It does feel very cinematic at times, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you remove the opening credits, the end credits, and all that type of stuff, the repetition of, what previous shots and all that, this feels like one whole movie and one whole storyline put all together. That's what I loved about the season so much. The first half was fantastic, dealing with them surviving in the desert, with all these creatures. We also get to see a character that I'm sure many people will be excited that I'm finally seeing for the first time, and I won't spoil who that is, but if you've seen this season, you know who I'm talking about. We get some familiar faces returning, we get some new characters. Vivi's obviously a big part of the story because it's mainly about her. She's, I guess, the main character of this entire saga, I guess. Like, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have been invested as much. If it was just them going to all these different places and all that, it wouldn't have been as good because, her backstory and all that, and her kind like being like royalty and all that type of stuff is just cool and crazy and all that type of stuff. It has a fantasy vibe to it and all that I really really like. As someone who loves fantasy, it's right up my alley. So yeah, now the villain of this whole season is Crocodile, and this guy is amazing. This is probably one of the best villains I've seen in any animated show up to this point. And well, for anime wise, that is, he's right up there with Vegeta and Frieza and Cell. Is he better than Boo? Yeah, probably. But I didn't see a whole lot of Boo. Fun fact, to be honest, I haven't even seen the whole of Dragon Ball Z, which I know is like a crime saying that. But anyway, One Piece, I will get there slowly but surely. I will get there. If Netflix keeps adding more seasons, like they have been last year, they added like the first 4, like straight away. That's amazing. So yeah, but for now, I gotta wait for season 5 to come out whenever it comes out. So yeah, but Yeah, Crocodile is amazing. He's a great villain, very fascinating character and all that. And you can understand where he's coming from, you know? He's villainous, he's evil, he's cruel and all that, but as a character, you can understand where he's coming from. We also get introduced to another important character in this arc as well, who kind of plays an important role going into the future of the series. And if you've seen this season, again, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is a female character. So yeah, that should give you a hint who I'm talking about, guys. So yeah, and I didn't mind the character. I didn't love a character. I didn't hate a character, but I didn't mind it. I'm somewhere in the middle for right now. Like she didn't play as big a role as I thought she would play in this, you know, in this season and all that, but it was just crazy. And also, speaking of characters and all that, I thought I'd just jump right into the characters right now, considering that's how I normally structure these story characters. Talk about my favorite arc, which I can't, by the way, because this is one whole arc. But technically, there's like two sub arcs. You have the arrival in Arabasta, and then you have the stuff with Alabama, like the battle and all that type of stuff. So yeah, but if you look it up on like the internet and all that, like this is all one arc. So yeah, and it's very very long. Like this is one massive arc. This is the biggest arc on One Piece so far, and the second longest season. So yeah, keep that in mind. But in terms of characters, everyone's there. Luffy is amazing in this season, and he really goes through some crazy shit in this season. I'm serious, guys, and that's saying a lot. But Luffy, he's amazing. He's badass. Nami obviously doing her thing. Zoro, we get to see him, you know, overcome a lot of obstacles and all that. Sanji's just Sanji. I mean, at this point, he's the same character, right? Usopp surprisingly gets a lot more to do than I thought he would. Chopper, we get to see a lot more of Chopper, and Chopper, I'm starting to grow to like this character, guys, because in season 3 it was mainly about him, the introduction of him, but he didn't do as much as I thought he would. But this season, he really shined and all type of stuff. But this season is primarily on Vivi, and she is the main character, and she is amazing as a character and all that. And the way they ended off the season, I'm kind of sad and all that, but you know what? It is what it is. So yeah, I've already talked about Crocodile, and I've already talked about, you know, some of the other characters. I don't want to like reveal like who comes in this season, because last time I did that, but you know what? It is what it is. So yeah. So that's all I can say for the characters. Everyone's bringing their A game into the season as well. So many crazy things happening, people flying left or right everywhere. So yeah. Now, let's talk about the things that I did like. The action is amazing as usual, as it's One Piece. At this point, like One Piece has not let me down. The characters are amazing. They've never been more fleshed out than I think in ever than in this season. I mean, not in terms of like flashbacks and all that type of stuff, which is fun because apparently that's what season 5 is. And that's what I mean by you can kind of skip it, you know, because it's not even in the manga. So yeah, but yeah, by fleshed out I mean like you like learn a little more about them, even though it's not through flashbacks and all that type of stuff. Like you see like how they can struggle and overcome obstacles and all that type of stuff. And I love that about this season. And speaking of which, I loved how this season was like two different stories put together into one. You have the survival in the desert stuff, meeting Crocodile and the confrontation, all type of stuff. And then you have the second half, which is this crazy battle, this war movie and all that type of stuff. So yeah, and that's what I loved about this season. The negatives, it does drag. Of course, it does drag. There's certain episodes that I wish were cut out. That I was like, this is taking a while. Like, there's certain battles that are like more than 2-3 episodes long. It's a bit weird, but hey, it's anime. It is what it is. Another thing is that yes, speaking of that repetition, there's a lot of repeated moments, and I was like, okay, can we get past this and all that type of stuff? But hey, it's anime. It is what it is. And finally, I feel like, you know, some of the characters were just there in the background, not really contributing as much as I thought they would, like King Cobra and all that type of stuff. So yeah, but overall, season 4 of One Piece was the best by far. It was amazing. It was really good. It's not a perfect season. It's not a 9 out of 10 season, but as a final score, I'm going to give One Piece season 4 an 8 out of 10. If I would give it an 8.5, I would. So yeah. Now, I do want to mention something. I started watching Stargate SG-1. Remember those DVDs I showed you last year, Stargate SG-1 and Atlantis? I saw the first 2 episodes, pretty interesting setup. I won't review the seasons. You guys know I don't review seasons. I'm only talking about anime. So whenever I get a chance to, I'm gonna go back to watching the rest of the show, episode 3 onwards for season 1 and all that. And maybe I'll do what I'm doing for X-Files for that show. Stop at season 5 and then come back to it later and all that. But for now, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, hopefully I can watch episode 3 today. If not, maybe tomorrow. But for now, that's all I can say about that. But tell me in the comments down below, how do you feel about season 4 of One Piece? Really fun, exciting, action-packed season. Does feel like a war movie, very cinematic, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I feel like One Piece is really becoming more than what it is now. It's not just a pirate show, and I love that, Just because it's called One Piece doesn't mean you have to limit yourself to, pirates and finding this one piece of treasure. This show has more to it than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. Not Transformers more than meets the eye. But anyway, yeah, so I can't wait for season 5. I can't wait for, future seasons of it. Next up for anime, I've already added some anime already on my Netflix list, my Netflix account. I've added Haikyuu or Haikyuu, I don't know how to pronounce it. Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood but the original, and also Fairy Tail. Yes, those anime interest me, and those I believe are the popular ones, the big ones. And I've also made an account on Crunchyroll, and I've added quite a few there as well. So I've got anime all over the place, but for now I'm just gonna focus on the Netflix ones first because it's on the TV and I don't have Netflix on my laptops here. But anyway, that's it. That's all I can say for now for season 4 of One Piece. Well, almost 12 minutes. I'm gonna stop it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below how do you feel about season 4 of One Piece. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name is Zakil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.